Hello friends, this is Himanshu Jain from the Wall Street School. In the last decade or so, we have helped thousands of students clear their CFA examination. Now before enrolling for the CFA coaching with us, there are a lot of students who are confused whether they should go for CFA or they should not, or whether it's going to help them in their career or not. So in this video, we are going to clarify all your doubts. We are going to cover whether CFA is beneficial for you or not. What are the sort of job prospects that you can expect after your CFA examination? What are the sort of roles and responsibilities the recruiters are going to give you after you become a CFA? And how CFA is better than other finance degrees which are available. Now, since it's a very critical decision with respect to your career, don't skip any part of the video. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are fit, fine and safe. In this video, I am going to talk about who should do CFA. This is going to be a very structured discussion and I cannot jump to a direct conclusion who should be doing CFA. So what I'll be doing is, firstly, I'll be helping you to understand why you should be doing CFA. You have to answer yourself. I'll be just providing you with a structure. Once you are very clear whether you should go for CFA or not, then I'll be talking about what are the jobs that you are targeting or that you will be targeting once you enroll for any finance course. And then I'll be comparing for those jobs, is CFA the only option or you can go for MBAs or FRM or any other thing. And then I'll be comparing on a particular job role, is CFA better or any other finance degree would do the job. And if in case CFA is better, then whether you should go for it or not. And then I'll be concluding it, right? This is going to be the structure. So first of all, let us understand why you should go for CFA. You have to ideally sit and think about it. Sit and think. The first reason, ask yourself why you should be doing CFA. Like, what will happen if you complete your CFA? What will happen? If the answer is money, I'll be earning lots of money. Then if money is all you want, then money is all you get. You'll not get the satisfaction of managing someone's portfolio, building wealth for someone else, protecting someone's capital, making decisions for your shareholders. You'll not get that satisfaction. So if money is the only reason, CFA is not the degree for you. It's a harsh truth, but you should take it. Is the only reason. Obviously, if you earn certain higher qualification, it will come with its benefits, but it should not be the only benefit, right? Money should not only be the only benefit. If you think your friends or someone have recommended you to do CFA, like your relative, your uncle, someone in your family have done CFA, they are doing really well now, and you think that you will be able to do that well, then you should not go for CFA. Understand, the caliber, the mindset, the interest of that person in your family or friends is very different than what you have. You have your own set of skill, you are very special. If you think that because of some recommendation I should do CFA, it is not option for you. Now the third reason, because it is very popular these days. Like 10-12 years back, engineering was very popular. 5-6 years back, MBA was very popular. Nowadays, CFA is very popular. We see candidates from almost every stream entering into CFA. But if this is the reason, understand this will also go out of trend in 5-6 years. So you should not do CFA because it is very popular these days. The main reason you should be doing CFA, and that will never fade out with time, is your love for financial markets. If you love financial markets, by financial markets, I don't only mean stock markets. It could be foreign exchange, it could be commodities, it could be cryptocurrencies, it could be real estate, it could be any other damn market that involves money. If you love to analyze those markets, if you have very strong opinion, you want to predict it, you want to be an expert in that domain, then CFA is something that you should look for, right? So this should be the reason. Obviously, money, name, fame, everything will come if you are very good at your job. So this should be the reason. Ask yourself, sit and think. See, this is your career decision. Don't haste into it. Don't haste into it. So once you have committed, it is a 100% commitment, right? There is nothing called as 99.99% commitment. A commitment means 100% commitment. Okay. Now, once you have decided, okay, you should go for CFA. Now the question arises, why only CFA? Like if I want any core finance job that will help me to dive deep into financial markets, then why only CFA? First of all, let's talk about those core finance job which I think generally candidates target. The first one being portfolio manager. You want to manage portfolios. The second one could be research, equity research, commodity research, derivatives research, real estate research, forex research, and number of research products are available. It could be consulting into M&A activities, consulting into business strategies, capital restructuring, so many things. Credit analysis, especially related to fixed income side of securities, money market, then investment banking, M&A, ECM, DCM, trading floats, etc. It could be risk management. You want to manage risk for your client. It could be a bigger bank. You could be working with a bank, helping them to manage their operation risk, helping them to manage their financial risk. It could be corporate finance, where you want to make good dividend decision, borrowing and lending decision, and good project decisions. So if in case you are really interested in these kind of jobs, then is CFA your only option? Let us see. If a candidate in India is looked up for this job, he should particularly be having such kind of degrees or such kind of educational qualification. It could be very well CFA, all of us know that. It could be FRM also. If you're looking into risk management, CFA is not something for you, right? It could be FRM, especially options, derivatives. These kind of specializations are obtained through FRM. Then MBA from tier 1 college, MBA in finance to be in particular from tier 1 college will help you to land up a very good core finance job. Then chartered accountancy also, much of the focus of the course also have shifted from auditing and taxation to financial management. So this is also very popular course. Then the last course is finance graduate from tier 1 college, the best of the best colleges in India, in which you have done your BCom or BBA, in which you specialize in finance, right? So these are the preferred educational qualifications in India that you should have to land a core job in finance, to dive deep into financial markets. Now the question arises, why you should only go for CFA? Why not FRM? Why not MBA? Why not CA? Why not graduation from tier 1 college? Or if you have already completed graduation, why not post graduation from tier 1 college, right? Now let us answer this question. How CFA is better in particular fields, in particular jobs, in comparison to any other degree or any other course that you will be doing. So let us talk about portfolio management. Okay, so before we move ahead, let's talk about these two columns. Skills and is CFA useful? In this column, I'll be talking about what are the skills that are taught to you in CFA program, and are those skills actually useful to get job in these domains? And is CFA useful? I'll be giving a score. 1 means 100% useful. 2 means it can act as a foundation, but not very strong foundation. You need to learn more. And number 3 means a complete no. Like this is not the best course for getting that particular job, right? So let's talk about portfolio management services. CFA in essence is a portfolio management course. It's not a course on corporate finance, investment banking, research. It is in essence portfolio management course. I would go to this extent. Perhaps this is the most detailed course on portfolio management that is popular these days. No other course covers portfolio management to the extent of CFA. I can argue that out of 3 levels of CFA, first 2 levels are taught to you so that in level 3, they can teach you how to manage a portfolio of these things. That's why a very broad-based generalized knowledge related to every financial asset is given to you. So is CFA useful? Yes, 100%. Research, if it is a equity research, then yes, CFA is a very useful degree because you are taught in detail how to read and analyze financial reports, P&L, balance sheet, cash flows, how to do accounting interpretations. Then you are taught about major economic situations and how do you interpret it and how to do your analysis using that major and microeconomic situations. So yes, for equity research, CFA is a useful course. But you're talking about research in general. It could be commodity research, forex research, crypto research, or any other kind of research product. For that case, like CFA is not a very adequate degree. Though commodities are taught in CFA, about forex is taught in CFA, but it is not taught in that amount of detail. So I would say it is like a 2 rated, like okay. It can act as a foundation, but for equity research, it's very good. Then consulting, it is a very broad-based term. It could be M&A consulting, it could be capital restructuring consulting, it could be consulting into risk management, it could be consulting into corporate finance. So yes, because of the broad nature of this industry, CFA is very useful. You can go if you want to get into any kind of financial consultancy. Credit analysis, that is analysis of fixed income securities, money market securities. Though fixed income is taught in detail in CFA, but still I feel that it's not taught to that extent that you can make a very good career out of it. So yes, this is taught in CFA, but it will only act as a base. You will have to learn much more things. Then investment banking, it's a very generalized term. Broadly, if I'm talking about investment banking, what people understand is M&A, equity markets, ECM and DCM. So M&A and ECM, yes, you can go and do your CFA and it will help you land up job. For DCM, just to from analysis point of view, CFA is very good. So I will say, okay. For risk management, CFA is not the degree. You should go for FRM, a 3 rating. That is, you should not go for CFA if you want to get into risk management. Corporate finance, yes, it is a very useful degree when you're talking about mergers and acquisitions, you are talking about dividend policies, you are talking about debt raising or equity raising, you are talking about IPOs, then yes, CFA is a very useful degree. You should go for it. So on an average, if you want to get into risk management, you should not go for CFA. If you want to go into portfolio management, consultancy, investment banking, corporate finance, CFA is the go-to degree for you. If you want to get into some kind of research other than equity research, then CFA will not be adequate for you, though it will act as a very good foundation to give some head start to your career. I think I've compared in detail which job profile requires which kind of degree, right? For this risk management, let me write here, FRM is the course. For credit analysis, you can do CFA, but you need something extra after CFA. You could go for credit research degree. And then I think research also, equity research good enough, but for other kind of research, CFA is not adequate, though can act as a very good foundation. Now let us come to the conclusion. The conclusion remains the same. The person who have aspiration to make career in financial market, aspiration, passion, desire, I want to use such strong words over here, right? If you have love for financial markets, you have very strong desire, you love financial markets, you need accelerated growth in your career or edge over other candidates. What I have generally noticed is a candidate will do MBA from tier 1 college, MBA in finance, and because everyone around him is MBA, so he'll also go for CFA. So it can give you edge over other candidates. If you have done BCom from tier 2, tier 3 college, that's not very well known for the academic quality it delivers, then you can go for CFA just to get edge over other candidates. And the last one, if you are ready to take pain along with the current commitments, that is CFA is a distant course, you'll have to dedicate 300 hours at least for each level. So in total, CFA will ask for approximately 1000 hours. That's a sufficiently long period to study. I have seen many candidates who start with CFA, they clear L1, because of some reason they are not interested in doing L2, they end up wasting their 70, 80, 90,000 precious amount of money. So you have to take this pain. If you are committing, I'll repeat that, that's a 100% commitment. You cannot back off in mid of the journey. That's it from our side. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.